What's up, Gear Mortals? Trey Xavier here. Today, I want to do just my first impressions and a first quick look at the PRS SuperModels from Waves. Now, I have not tried this plugin at all yet. These are going to be my real first reactions to how it sounds and how it works. I've got a couple tracks here. I'm just going to drop it on some DI tracks that I've recorded. So let's see what happens. I've just got this DI track right here. This is actually recorded with a PRS, the Mark Holcomb. You know, good sounding DI. That's what it sounds like, just the guitar all by itself. Let's start with the Archon, because I think that's kind of the heavy one of the bunch. So we'll put it on the lead channel. So I own a physical Archon amp, okay? I have the real deal. I've played with it a pretty good bit. I like it. I guess we're just gonna see if it lives up to the original first of all. First of all, there's a boost thing with a little picture of a little boost pedal. Oh, hello. I guess this is like an overdrive. 6 different shapes. What do they do? We're gonna find out. We'll leave it off for the time being. There's a bright switch, and then the EQ, a gate, which the original does also not have, and a cab IR loader, and a tuner. All things that do not come on the physical amp. That's a shame. Those are things that I would love to have on a real amp. Those are things you gotta get separate pedals for everything. Got apparently 8 different options for cabinets on 2 different sides. I guess you can blend them. And then it also says IR, which I guess means that you can load your own cab IRs. It seems to me that Waves is on top of the game. They're understanding that people want an all-in-one. Kind of like the JST plugin that I reviewed, the Jason Richardson one. It's kind of an entire chain in itself. They don't want you to have to bring in a separate boost pedal, use a different gate, you know, pull up your own IR loader, anything like that. So let's see what it sounds like just with all stock settings exactly as is. Very beefy. So I remember the volume is really the gain on the Archon. And then the master volume is the volume. Yeah, I mean, of course, the cab and a bunch of other stuff are going to make a lot of difference, but this sounds basically like an Archon. I don't think I have smart enough ears to hear the difference. All right, let's mess with, of course, I'm gonna go for the boost first. Turn on the boost, gets a little meaner. Here it is without it. Go up the shapes. Oh no, I skipped 3. Okay, so these are obviously like bandwidth settings for tightness. You can hear it getting tighter as we go up. Alright, well, fuck it, we'll go all the way to 6. Cool, we can make it real clangy. I kind of like it. Alright, let's take a look at the cabinet loader, because aside from boosting it, tightening up that low end, to me the most important thing to change is always going to be your IR. Alright, I'm going to go into my Lancaster audio folder and pull out my favorite one for this kind of sound, which is the Carvin Legacy 1. Super bright. Let's see what it sounds like. I think that's about where I would leave it. Still got plenty of low end, but it's tighter. So it's not shitting all over your mix. Pretty happy with that. Play with the air level. take all the oxygen away from it, suffocate it by turning the air all the way down. Not hearing a whole lot of a difference with that air. All right, let's try a couple more cabs while we got it. Let's try it out with a Paul Reed Smith Stealth cab, because that's the one that kind of matches with the Archon. See what that sounds like. Unfortunately, I can't really test the gate because there's not a lot of stops in this particular track. All right, let's pull up a typical cab that you've heard a million times. Mesa Boogie, oversized and rectifier, one of the most popular and best made cabs in the world. Oh yeah, I like that. I don't use this one a whole lot. That's real sick. Damn, I should use this cab more often. I actually might like this better than the real Archon. Maybe. Obviously, this one doesn't also have 100 or 50 watts of power. It's just a plug-in. But it's also only $79 for all 3 amps in this plug-in. I don't have to mic anything up. It's like a Marshall 1960A. Definitely a bit darker. It sounded nice and smooth. This is like, you might EQ a cab to sound like this anyways. Treble knob goes a long way. Cool. Sounds pretty great to me. It's got a lot of features. It's super easy to use. Yeah, I'm pretty impressed. It's just like the Archon. It sounds about as close as I imagine you could probably get with a plug-in, which is very impressive. And it's not as heavy to carry around. Being able to have a boost that really does something, you know, really changes the sound in a way that I like, and a gate, and an IR loader, and a tuner, which is, I mean, not incredibly useful unless you're using it for practice, which you very well might. But just a bunch of really useful stuff makes a plugin that's only about 80 bucks seem like a lot more. I'm gonna have to try it in a full mix at some point, but for right now I just wanted to do just a real simple run through. The one criticism that I had of the Archon, the main criticism, was that it just didn't really take pedals very well, which is something that, like, I think is actually sort of a ridiculous thing to say. People are always asking, like, oh, does this amp take pedals well? Does that amp take pedals well? And I always thought that was like kind of a ridiculous question. Like, well, I mean, yeah, it changes the sound like a pedal's supposed to do, but actually the Archon kind of like eats pedals. I did a shootout of overdrive pedals using it kind of like a boost, like here, and like later on, you know, people left a lot of comments like, are those pedals even on? And in hindsight, they were kind of right, you know? They didn't really do a whole lot. In this case, the boost here actually does something. You know, you can really tighten up your sound with it, and it seems to do a lot, and that to me it makes it better than the real thing. You know, you can't take this out on a gig really unless you're playing through your laptop. Recording with it is a cinch, of course. All right, let's take a look at some of these other models that they've got. All right, so we got 2 other amps to take a look at. Let's see what we got. There's the Dallas and the V9. I think Dallas might be the jam for some clean sounds. Let's try that out. pretty much all the same features as the Archon. Get real twangy with this. Very clean. It's a nice reverb. For clean sounds, I'm really into this Port City Waves from Lancaster Audio. It's like an open back cab. It's just real dope. Oh wow. Now that is a handy feature. I didn't try this on the other one. You can just go through and try all the different ones. It'll just automatically switch from one to the other within the folder. That is a genius feature. So that is the PRS Dallas. All right, let's try out the third one, which is called the V9. I have not tried the Dallas or the V9 in real life. Blue Sierra V9. Let's see what this one's all about. I'm gonna pull up my favorite Lancaster IR for lead guitar, which at this point is the Marshall 1960 Vintage. Real smooth. It's smooth, but it's still got a lot of high end. Wow, this amp just has a lot of treble. Oh, hello. What is this? Didn't realize I had to turn it on. Actually get a ton of gain out of this. You use the boost and this gain stage to turn on and off. It's a little bit like a Dumble, I think. Not that I've ever played a real Dumble, but you know, pretty interesting kind of gain. Yeah, so I don't think this is really the right kind of thing to play for this sound. But it's just like the other two. It's got a ton of cool features. It sounds kind of like a mid-gain amp. You can get a pretty good amount of gain out of it, but that's only if you crank on the boost and turn everything pretty much all the way up. So this is kind of a like a low to mid gain kind of a sound, which is something that I don't really use all that much, but for what it does, it sounds really good. So this is just a real quick look at these amps, not a complete full in-depth review, but I think they definitely have a lot to offer. They're extremely versatile, got a lot going on. Between the 3 amps, you've got like real clean low gain sounds, low to mid gain sounds with the V9, and then your blistering metal high gain tones with the Archon. So for 80 bucks, you're getting 3 different amps. Altogether, you have covered pretty much the whole gamut of different types of guitar tones. It's got a ton of features packed in here with a boost on every single one, the IR loader, a gate, a tuner, something called air, which I wasn't able to get to do anything at all, but who knows, I could be doing it wrong. Overall, pretty impressed with the PRS Waves SuperModels, and of course, using Lancaster Audio IRs, in my opinion, always makes everything better. All right, guys, so I hope you liked this sort of informal quick look at the PRS Waves SuperModels. I had a lot of fun with them. I think they're really cool. Just from this real quick like hour that I spent with them, you know, it seems like they've got a lot going on. Thanks so much for watching, guys. If you haven't already, mash that subscribe button and smack the bell for more reviews and original content. And as always, if you're interested in stuff like behind the scenes footage, downloads of all the songs that we have on here, downloads of all the raw tracks so that you can mix them yourself, as well as exclusive contests and giveaways, you're gonna wanna head over to our Patreon page. And I'll see you guys real soon.